Yeah. Sometimes, man, all it takes is for you to believe in yourself. A lot of us don't, though. But just believe, though. Gotta believe in yourself, cause not believing in yourself could have you reaching for help, and waiting for the help would only have you eating what's left. Consistency is the only way you're achieving the wealth. I never ever heard an average person leading success. I only hear the average person be competing for less. A person walking by his faith will never reason with flesh. He who believes in the flesh will be so deceived by the rest. I'm only speaking what's right, I hope you are listening too. I see inheritance in you, hope you're not missing the few. I hope you keep all the negative people distant to you. Don't show your vision for opinion, man, that isn't for proof. Don't be controlled by the masses, you'll be in prison to do the things you wouldn't wanna do, you'll be conditioned to lose. One thing about it, I would rather be convicted with truth than be in somebody's toilet always consistently used.
Yo, it's been a minute. But like I promised, we back. I'm back. Marc being media, not Marc being podcast. Marc being media, new name, same old thing. Yo, so I got a very special guest in the building right now. We were supposed to been do this podcast episode about like a year ago. Yeah. But you know, things get busy and all of that, but this the barber I've been talking about. I've mentioned him on like 2 episodes, maybe 3. I'm like, man, I gotta go get a haircut from him, man. But I finally got him on. Oscar the Barber, man.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Everything great, man.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah. Good to have you, man. We finally did it, man. And I appreciate you coming on, man.
You know what's up, man. You my boy, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we go back like, let me see, I'm trying to think. 2008?
I think, probably like 09.
09?
09.
Okay, 09.
Yeah, man.
That's like what? 19. That's like 14 years ago.
14 years, bro.
That's a long time.
That's a fact.
Let me go ahead and so he do have an IG. It's O_the Barber 1984.
Yeah.
And then you can catch him on the Cut app as well. I'll leave the link. Y'all will see it on the screen. It'll pop up somewhere. I don't know.
Right.
And just reach out to him, man. In my opinion, the best barber that I've ever went to.
Thank you a lot.
That's
man.
why from 09 to now, like I'm not gonna lie, I moved up north for a little while and I couldn't travel back and forth, so I had to find somebody up there.
Right.
Man, I'm like, I gotta move back down south, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
I appreciate that,
hey,
man.
For sure, man.
Appreciate
so
that.
If y'all looking for a barber, y'all looking for somebody who's gonna get you to, get you right, I'm telling you. I don't recommend a lot of people, but I promise you, y'all need to holler at him, man, for sure.
Yeah, thanks for that, man.
Sure.
Thank you, man.
All right, so like I say, how we met, man. Like I say, I remember. I was searching for a barber back in 09.
Right.
And I went to the flea market.
Yes, sir.
And I remember you was like all the way kind of in the back.
As soon as you came in, you go straight.
Yeah, you go straight back. Yeah,
right.
it was right there. And I actually, I got a cut from another dude before I met you. He was on like the right side. That man messed me up, bro.
I think I know you talking about. We ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, he messed me up. I'm like, man, I think I told him stop mid cut. I'm like, nah, bro, you good.
No,
You're
man.
good.
Oh,
but ever since I went to you, bro, I was like, yeah, I'm coming. I've been showing up ever since, man. I remember I was doing security. I had the badge on and everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes, sir, this is it. So, what made what made you start cutting in the flea market?
Well, I went to barber school, right? And for some reason, I was scared to jump in a barbershop. I don't know why. I knew I had the skills, but something told me. So I started working at McDonald's.
Okay.
On Caribbean. I got fired. And when I got fired, I said, this is my time. So my cousin Crystal, who worked in the flea market at the Metro PCS, she told me about my homeboy who I went to high school with, who had his own barbershop, Manny. So then I went and told Manny. Manny told me to bring a demo. He seen how I cut, and I started right away.
Decent.
Yeah, man.
And around what time was this? Like the year?
Around the same time, 09.
09? Oh,
09.
snap.
I had just started.
Dang, dang.
Yeah, man.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. Okay. And then I mean, I was gonna say how long you been cutting in the flea market, but you was coming from like, oh, now I remember. I don't remember the year, but I remember
We
you,
left the flea market, I want to say 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's around because around the time I left and moved up North Miami. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was you went to that was Eureka, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
We moved all the shop from the flea market, we moved it to Eureka.
And the Manny dude, he wasn't working in the flea market at the time that you was working in there, right?
Yeah, he was for a month, but then they went to open up the other shop.
Dang, so what got you into cutting hair?
All right. When I moved from New York out here to Florida, I went to a couple barbers, and it was always one thing or the other. Either they got the fade right, but they didn't do my tape right, or the tape was on point, but the fade was not. So I would go home and fix my haircuts, and that's how I got into it. Then I had a cousin, Steven, who was staying with us, and I started practicing on him. And then, I don't know, one day I cut his hair. We went to the bus stop, and everybody like, man, who gave you that blowout? Who cut your hair? He was like, Oscar. They were like, what? After that, I was cutting everybody in my neighborhood.
Dang. So you started in New York, but
Nah, I started out here. I started out
Okay,
here.
okay.
Probably my 9th grade year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that one cut that you did on your homie, and everybody, man, who did?
Yeah.
Oscar cut that. What?
Yeah.
And then people started coming to you.
People started coming to me, man.
Dang,
Everybody
so-
in the neighborhood only, but it was something. You know what I'm saying?
Were you like nervous, like cutting other people's hair? Like,
Nah, for
starting
some
out?
reason, no. For some reason, I wasn't nervous. I mean, how I started was just blowouts. So everybody at that time was growing their hair, or they had a low with the blowout. So it was pretty easy. So I was doing everybody like that.
So, like I say, I bring people on the podcast that got something going on. They got their business going on, and I'm putting out key points. If you're doing something out there, whether it's cutting hair or cleaning or rap, I don't care what you're doing. Even if you have fears, just do it.
Right.
Just do it, because you never know. Like you don't know what other people looking at your skills and be like, oh, that's dope.
Right.
You might doubt yourself and be like, I'm not gonna do it because I'm doubting myself. Just do it.
And that was a big problem for me. That's why I started working at McDonald's out of barber school. I didn't have that confidence in myself. But once I started getting into it, I was just like, all right, I know what I'm doing.
Facts.
And my thing was always trying to get better. I'm still trying to get better. Everybody says, oh, you front. Nah, I'm trying to get better, because as a barber, you never know everything.
Yeah.
It's a learning process all the time. Haircuts change, styles change, so you got to keep up with the times.
For sure, man. And yeah, that's a lesson learned too. If you think you perfected your craft,
Nah.
you can never perfect it. You only could get better.
Get better.
You get better, man. That's what's up. I like that. That's motivation, man. I remember
Sure.
I went to the shop last time to get a cut.
Right.
And you asked me, you was like, you still doing the podcast? I'm
Right,
like,
right.
nah, man. I'm slowing down, And you was like, bro, you got to keep going, man.
Yeah.
And it's different when you hear it from somebody that you don't really talk to on a regular.
Right.
It's different than when you got homies around. Oh man, you doing the podcast? Nah, I ain't really doing it.
Right.
It's different. So
Right.
it's just like, bro,
But see, that I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my girl Natalie. That comes from her. She's taken me out of this being fearful, man. It's not gonna get you nowhere. Cause I used to do videos, like I told you, on clippers I would have, and I would, soup up and everything. And at first I was just like, I don't know. And she was like, man, go for it. Well, what can happen? Either something positive or something negative, but something. And she's the one who's been getting me out of this fear thing, man. Because fear is the biggest controller of your mind, bro. Once you get past fear, sky's the limit.
sky's the limit. That's that. And bad. Hey, if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is.
Nah, man.
for real.
That's one thing I give her. She is fearful. Well, fearless. My bad. She's fearless. She's very brazen with it, man. She's not scared of nothing and try nothing. So I learned a lot off of her. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure, man. And so you went to barber school.
Yeah.
How long does that usually take to finish barber school?
A year. 1,200 hours.
Dang, okay.
But that's a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you get a certificate and like
They
a
give
number?
me a certificate, and then you got to go take a state test. You know what I'm saying? And then you get licensed.
So when you get this, so you have to get a certificate in order to provide services for your cuts.
Yes, you have to be licensed.
And then what happens if you get caught without the license, but you get a money?
That's a $500 fine, man. $500 fine for you and for the owner of the shop.
Mm.
Man.
And if you could remember, how much is the barber school back then, if you could remember?
It was 14 grand.
14 grand?
14 grand. Yeah,
Okay,
steep.
okay.
Steep, man.
Okay. And of course, do you pay it in like, you can pay it in like installments?
Well,
or?
because I was 24 at the time, they gave me financial aid.
Okay.
So that helped a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Oh, man, I want to do it, but you got to muster up the energy, muster up the courage, save your money,
Right.
and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get a certificate, you got to go through 2 years of school or whatever. Hey, man, it's either all or nothing.
No.
You got to invest in yourself. And I'm going to be real with you. Investing in a company, a 9 to 5, something that I'm still in, I'm trying to get up out of that. You investing your time into somebody else's business. I had a colleague tell me something. I was like, man, that hit strong. He said, working a 9 to 5, you're earning, let me see, working a 9 to 5, that's passive income for the owner of the company.
Man.
Well, it was something like that. But the way it was worded, I was like, damn.
Well, you got to think about it. I'm a barber, right? This is how I thought about it. But I was working at McDonald's. I'm getting paid $7.25 an hour, right? So you think about it, you become a barber. Even if you're starting and you could get one cut an hour, you're making $25 an hour.
Mm.
You got to think of it like that.
Yeah.
And then when you start leveling up, now you're cutting 2-3 people an hour. Then you do the math from that. That's what, $75 an hour. You're still making more than a normal person at a job with the minimum wage out here.
That's a fact. Damn. I ain't even think about that.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, man.
Mathematics is very important.
I remember, I hate to go off top, but I remember, and I'm just minding, I was there, I was probably twisted, drunk, or whatever. But I'll never forget what you said. I'm just sitting there, you cutting up, and you was talking to somebody. This is when you was at the Eureka shop.
Right.
And you was like, yeah, I went to Miami-Dade College, and I went into the class, and it was like 30 people in there. Yeah. And everybody going for the same thing.
Yeah.
I sat there, and he said, I got up and left because it's only going to be like 1 or 2 positions. Not all 30 people going to get the job.
That's a fact. And I really think some colleges should be fined for stuff like that. Because if you putting a kid through college, let's say the whole college he went through is going to be $500,000. Right, and he went for criminal justice or something that when he gets out of there, ain't no jobs for.
Yeah,
he still got to pay back that loan. So I think they should only let you take classes on stuff that you can really go out there and find a job for.
And just like anything, like college, obviously is a business. They don't care. They just like
it's a business.
Spend your money. Like we want that, you know. We want you to be so confused.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling nobody not to go to college because there's some stuff that you do need a college education for. Yeah. But I'm saying don't go to college 7 years to come out and be a DJ. Like, let's be real about the situation. You know, real. If you could pick up a trade, man, there's a lot of trades that make money, man, like real money.
I think most of the curriculums and whatever they offering in college is useless anyway. I feel that you probably don't even need a degree for half the stuff that these employers is trying to ask for. Yeah. I just think it's a money thing. And I think the more confused you are, the happier they are because you just, like you say, you go on in college for 7 years, you don't know what you want to do. And you come out and being a DJ. Right. Or you working at Circle K or whatever.
And you got to think about it. If you're in college for 7 years, you're supposed to come out and be a doctor.
Exactly.
You're wasting your time.
Exactly. I had a dude that I worked with. He did 4 years criminal justice, working at the same place I'm working at. I told you that I worked at a gold refinery. Right. He out there making $15 an hour with me. I'm like, well, you got a bachelor's? And you out here? He was like, yeah, man, I got like $300,000 in student loan. I'm like,
there's doctors out here that come on, they still paying back the student loan.
Facts. A lot of doctors are broke.
Yeah.
They broke. Yeah. It's just they got so many expenses. They got a doctor's office to run. And man, that's crazy. But in your opinion, does barber school help the actual skills of barbers?
No. It don't. It just doesn't.
Please elaborate.
And it depends on your teacher, though.
Okay.
I was blessed to have 2 great teachers that they were really on you. But after them, man, I've seen the stuff that comes out in the barber schools, man. And it's not the you know what I'm saying, the student's fault. The student's there to learn. But if the teacher's not teaching him, what can he learn?
Yeah. Okay. And what are some of the things that they teach you in there? Like,
Well, they teach you how to fade. They teach you how to do perms. They teach you how to color hair. They teach you biology. They teach you everything. Everything that has to do with skin, nails, hair, you're going to be taught.
okay. Dope. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Man, fire. Okay. And do you think like within your when you was going to barber school, did that help sharpen your skills even though you was doing it at a young age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I got way better.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And all right. Well, before we get to that, what are your goals? Do you have any goals to further your barbering ventures?
Yeah. One of my goals is hopefully one day open up my own shop. Probably not in this state. I don't know. Probably not. Probably somewhere else where it's affordable. But yeah, those are one of my goals. And my goals, to retire like everybody else and have a barbershop that's running on its own.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And what are some of give me like 3 of your worst customers that like a barber just like they go through?
Me personally, I don't have a problem with a lot when my customers do, because my biggest pet peeve is probably when they cancel, like probably 2 minutes before they gotta be there. But at the end of the day, I don't get mad because I know at the end of the day, everybody's living life.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. But I just want to tell clients out there, you should be courteous. A phone call, anything, it helps. You know what I'm saying? But me, I don't really get mad at nothing.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Doing my own little business myself. Yeah, I hate when people cancel. But yeah, life is life.
Life is life, man. You got to understand at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes like, man, golly.
Nah, I know. Because sometimes we count on that money.
What? Oh man. Okay. And what's an ideal customer to have as a barber in your experience? Like, what's one of your favorite customers?
A customer that follows you no matter where you go.
Nice.
As long as you stay in their area, they're down to come get a cut from me.
All right. Cool. Hey, hey, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And what's one of the wildest things you've seen working as a barber?
Man, I mean, just working in the flea market.
I could kind of the flea
See
market.
fights, all types of stuff
Yeah.
breaking out. Like, that flea market was kind of crazy.
It was wild.
But other than that, ain't really too barbershop stuff. Ain't really too nothing wild, nothing like that.
Okay, just wild conversations. And
Well, I seen a dude get punched out one time. That was crazy.
that was in the flea.
Nah, that was in 184, man,
Damn.
by his own homeboy. It
Damn.
was really bad.
Like knocked out or just
Well, his homeboy didn't want to fight, and he approached him like aggressively, and the homeboy just off reaction threw a punch. It landed the other dude in the nose, and
Dang.
he started just crying and stuff. It was wild.
damn.
Yeah.
Okay. And what advice would you give someone who wants to become a barber?
The advice I would give someone who wants to become a barber is patience.
Okay.
You're not gonna start at a barbershop and make $1,000 a week. Get that out of your head. You have to build clientele. How do you build a clientele? I always say this. When you're new at a barbershop, you should have no days off
Okay.
at first. You start taking days off once you have your clientele situated. There's a lot of barbers that they'll start and be like, all right, I'm going to take these 3 days off. How you going to take 3 days off, man? You just started here.
Yeah.
That's on the biggest thing is patience. You have to have patience, especially if you're new. You know what I'm saying? That and be consistent.
Yeah.
You better be consistent because there's a million barbers in this world, bro. And they will leave you.
Dang. Well, you heard it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't agree 100% more. When I started doing my photography business, for those of you who don't know, so if y'all want some pictures, photo booths, whatever, y'all let me know. But the photography game is oversaturated as well. Man, you can go online. There's a photographer, just people that ain't even photographers. I'm a photographer. I'll take your pictures, and
Right.
fighting with all of that. And like you say, you're not going to start making $1,000 overnight. No, you got to build your clientele up. You got to stay consistent. You got to make sure your skills is right too. You can't be trash, think you're going to be making $1,000. Like, you got to be on point.
Good work pays off.
Good work pays off, man, for sure. All right, man. So on to some subjects at hand right here.
Right.
What's going on in the world today?
Okay.
Nowhere it ain't got nothing to do with politics. Maybe, but not like that. So in this day's age, bro, like all the rent and everything that's going up, man. What are your thoughts on the housing, renting prices currently?
I think it's a robbery, bro.
Highway robbery.
Because if you're gonna put up the rent, you have to put up people's wages.
Yeah.
That's uneven and it doesn't make sense. Because how you expect us to live?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's been studies that in Florida right now, 70% of your money goes to rent. I stay with 30%. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
I gotta eat. I gotta put gas in the car. I gotta pay insurance. Doesn't add up.
Not only that, everything else is going up. Groceries, gas.
Because with rent, everything else goes up.
Yeah.
So now we just stuck like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And this is where entrepreneurship comes in.
I couldn't have said it no better than that, man. Yes, sir. That's the main reason why I'm on my grind. I'm pretty sure everyone is on their grind even more because it's like
you better be on your grind.
You have to. It's like, man, like I feel it's just unlimited income whenever you get to that state, whenever you rub the right shoulders with the right people. Your skills is already on point. You're steady growing, but you're starting to become noticed by like big people.
Right.
People with, money or whatever. And you could charge based off your skills and they don't have no problem because they see your work. Right. So that's the level I'm pretty sure everyone is trying to get to. Yeah. But like I said, you gotta work hard. You gotta stay consistent. No days off, and all of that. Right. And once you do that, I'm trying to get to a point in my life where I'm looking at the prices. It don't really matter. It's like, oh, rent going up. And it's like,
okay.
All right, cool.
Okay, well, I guess.
It don't really affect me like that. But okay, yeah. So, and I think everybody should be trying to get on that level. And speaking on that level, do you think laziness has something to do with like people not be able to own businesses or maintain like businesses?
I don't necessarily think it's laziness. I think it's lack of information.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know what an LLC is.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what a corporation is. A lot of people don't know how to get there. So it's lack of information. You got to think in school, I think, and especially in high school, every year you should have a forced elective that has to do with finance.
For sure.
I think you should have an elective that has to do with the stock market.
Yeah.
All that stuff is, stuff that our parents didn't learn or couldn't learn or didn't know how to learn. And now that stuff is out there, man, and you can make money off this.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Even though in high school I was I had a business, I ain't gonna say elective, but I was in a club. Right. It was called Future Business Leaders of America. I don't even remember that. But it didn't dive into like LLCs, but it taught you how to propose business ideas and talk to people and network and all of that.
Right.
Of course, I wasn't paying. Who's paying attention in high school? Man, I'm out here trying to get females. I'm out here trying to get my shoe game up. But man, when you grow up and you move out and you get on your own and the bills start hitting you, like, man, I should have paid attention. At least in my state, I should have paid attention.
I'm a high school dropout, bro. Yeah. So, and I always look back like, man, I wasted years. Man, I should have never dropped out.
Yeah.
And that's why all my kids are graduating.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing. But too, in high school, they have to make high school a little bit more interesting for these kids, man.
For real.
Because sometimes I feel like in high school, they setting you up for failure, bro. Because I don't know, man. The electives that they give you, like, man, listen, man. A lot of these electives, I remember I took an elective in Homestead Senior High, mechanics. All we did was worksheets. So what was the point of that?
Yeah.
The next year I was like, not doing it. Let me get PE and art.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the same electives I took, PE and art.
The last year I was there, I took a childcare class.
Yeah.
I took home ec in 7th grade. Like,
I remember home ec, yes, sir. Yeah, man, I agree, man. Like the things they're teaching, they're not teaching you, they're not preparing you for the world.
Nah, man.
They're preparing you to go to college.
Right, which everybody's not gonna do.
It's not everyone is gonna do. And on top of that, like if you got 10,000 people going to college, pretty much everybody following each other, trying to do the same thing. Right. it's like 3 positions available after you graduate, and those 10,000 people going for those 3 positions.
Yeah, there's not gonna be many left.
There's not gonna be many left. But on top of that, like you say, they're not teaching how to create your own business, LLCs, taxes, stocks.
Right.
So
That's another thing they need to teach is taxes.
yeah,
Because there's a lot of dudes out here, even dudes with money. And then the IRS calls them like, who is this? What you mean I owe you?
Yeah.
Well, it's called taxes, sir.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's crooks in every business, man. You go hire a tax guy and he taking money from you. He ain't filing correctly. Now they after you, man. But I paid him.
Right.
And he's like, hey, man, I don't know.
Yeah, nah.
I think that happened to Steve Harvey.
That happened to Wesley Snipes,
Yeah,
Lauryn Hill, Fat Joe, Ja Rule. They all did a year in the feds for that.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
crazy. Yeah, man. So if you're hearing this, it ain't too late, because I just started diving into the LLCs and reading about it and trying to see how to do it. It's never too late. Lack of knowledge, but at the same time, and I just put my spin on it. Right. Don't be lazy. There's the knowledge is there. Search for it, seeking you shall find.
I always tell people, man, back in our days, we had encyclopedias. You had to go to the library. Man, y'all fortunate. Y'all got Google.
For sure.
You can Google anything.
Yeah.
And it gives you the answer. So, man, like, it's too. You gotta look for it.
You gotta look for it.
Yeah.
When I jumped into the photography game, I ain't know nothing. I mean, I knew about Photoshop and all of that, but I ain't know about cameras and all of that.
Right.
Guess what I went? YouTube University.
That's it.
I learned everything, I promise to God, from YouTube.
That's it.
I'm good. We good.
YouTube and Google, you combine those two together.
Facts.
Ooh.
That's it, man. For sure. And back to the rent prices. My bad. Do you think prices will ever become affordable in the future?
No. I just don't see it. How a rent that was, let's say, $2,000 and now it's $3,000, and then in the future it's gonna go down. I just don't see that.
Facts.
Especially with the out of state people moving over here with remote jobs, they're willing to pay whatever, and that's what's really going on.
Yeah, we call that the snowbird. So you got people from New York, Philly, they have properties down here. They come and buy up the properties and they rent them out and they go back to New York or they stay down here.
But some of them stay down here with the pay from over there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yep.
And over there, let's be real, New York, if you live in an apartment, you living in a box, boy.
Yeah.
So, and you're paying $2,800. So you come down here, you get a crib, with 3 bedrooms, a backyard for the same price. So,
and on top of that, no state tax.
Right, the taxes over there killing people too.
Yeah. I feel the only way rent and all of that would go down, it probably like a depression or something has to happen.
Yeah, it does, but
it'll shoot back up.
But you can see America's trying to keep that depression away.
Yeah.
Even though we're in a depression.
Yeah.
Don't get it messed up. We in a depression, bro.
Facts. Yep. All right, cool. And how much would you think you would have to make to afford like a single family home in today's market?
But a month? Like how much in a year or how much
in a year to be able to afford the monthly mortgage and property taxes?
You talk about $90,000 or more.
$90,000 or more?
To be comfortable.
I say probably 120 to be comfortable.
Depends where.
Yeah.
Depends where.
That's true.
Because with $90,000 in Texas, you living like a king.
Okay. But what about here in Miami?
Man, you gonna have to make it like 120.
Yeah.
120.
For sure. All right. And I know this is an obvious answer to the question, but I'm making a point here. Do you think times were easier back in the day versus now when it comes to making money?
Oh, man. Yeah. Back in the day it was way easier. Because everything was cheaper. You know what I'm saying? They didn't track all of your money. Now they're tracking everything. They taxing you on everything. Back then, and it depends how far you want to go back. So in the 90s, you could come out here and buy a house cash.
Yeah.
Now you ain't buying nothing with cash.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to houses.
And I said that. This for all you old heads out there. Now, back in my day, I was able to buy a house take care of my family, the kids. I took care of you, and da-da-da-da. All right, cool. That's back then. I can bet you my life on it. You can't do that now.
No.
You're not gonna be able to do that now that you did back in the 70s and the 80s or whatever.
Back then, you could have a factory job and take care of your whole family.
Facts.
Now you have a factory job. You better get out that job and go to another one.
Hey, for real. If you got a factory job, just know you got about 3-4 homies you staying with, and y'all splitting the bills and a roommate and all of that. It's times is not the same. Hey, I'm telling y'all, that's the barber. That man phone is blowing up right now.
Yeah,
hey, man, listen, y'all better step y'all game up, man.
Hey, man, the appointments you gotta accept, man. As soon as they come in, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like even doing the podcast, man, you gotta stay busy,
man.
stay busy, for sure. All right, so here's something a little deeper right here. I know a lot of people nowadays, they have a problem just being truthful.
Right.
Can a person be 100% truthful and not be hated?
Yeah. Well, no. You're gonna be hated no matter what you do. If a person has hate in their heart, they're just gonna hate.
For sure. But that, honestly, yeah, everyone, you're gonna be hated. Whether you do right or wrong, whatever, you're gonna be hated. I feel, honestly, if you like 100% truthful, you're gonna be hated even more.
Probably. Nowadays, probably.
Because it's like take for an example, I don't know. I say a homie of mine, say, hey, yo, bro, listen to this song. What you think about it? And then I listen to it, and it's hot garbage. It's trash.
Right.
And then I tell this dude, 100% truthful.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We talking like grown men. It's trash, bro.
You a hater. That's
exactly.
You're a hater.
Oh man, you tripping?
No, but that's society now.
Yeah,
you can't have an opinion.
Exactly.
There's no opinions. Everybody has to believe the same thing, and it's not like that. That's why we're individuals.
Individuals, yeah. And I think that's why this whole cancel culture, or whatever you want to call it, happens, because people get up and say truthful things, and it's like, oh no, you shouldn't say that. That's not good. And want to kind of, and it's like, oh man. So if you can't be truthful,
then what we doing?
Yeah, what
we might as well not even talk.
Yeah, on top of the inflation, on top of the rent, like you can't be. Now you just can't be yourself.
Right? No, you can't.
Especially if you got one of those jobs where you got you have to speak in a perky voice.
Right.
You can't be yourself at work 8 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours, and you come up, man.
If you can't be yourself at work, man, find something else.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. And and also too, to stay on that, like I'm actually working on that, because knowing what I know now, doing business and trying to make extra income and to enough to the point I could survive off of it. I don't have to work no 9 to 5 or nothing like that. Through this journey, I've learned, man, like I don't even hang with people, bro. I don't even like associate with people, because it's like I'm busy trying to do so many things. I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And in that instance, I like to tell the truth. I like to be truthful, and a lot of people cannot handle it.
They can't take it.
And it's like friendships end over it, and disagreements, and it's like,
if a friendship ends off of you telling that person the truth, they were never your friend.
They were never the friends. Yeah. And I feel a lot of people are in friendships and circles that they shouldn't even be in, because you faking it. You faking the funk. You just telling this person to make them feel good, or for whatever reason, and it's like, and that's probably your downfall from moving ahead.
Yeah.
And people holding you back. Oh man, you shouldn't do that. Oh, you should. Man, sometimes you gotta kind of kick people out and kind of strive to do.
If you got a friend that's telling you can't do something, get away from them.
Facts, 100%. All right. I don't know what. I don't even know why I even typed this question. I'm asking anyway. Let's roll with it. The world, in my opinion, the world has gotten soft.
Oh, no, that's a fact.
The world has gotten soft.
That's a fact.
What's the reason? What do you think the reasons for that is?
I don't even know where to begin with that. There's so many reasons, man. Like, these kids, like, they're really timid.
Oh yeah, oh man.
But I think social media has a lot to do with them. Like a lot of this mental illness, it comes from social media, bro.
Yeah.
They're looking at people posting up their lives and they think that, what they see is their lives. Nah, but they ain't posting up the bad times, though.
Exactly.
Like, I've seen dudes take a picture in front of a Ferrari and see him, he is in a Hyundai accent. Like, they faking the funk out here.
Yeah,
you got to just know this ain't real.
Yeah.
This is just for show.
Just for show. Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
I've seen it myself, and I agree with you 100%. Social media, man, make you feel so small. You think you're not doing good because you see your homie or whatever doing big things. They got money, taking pictures in front of the Ferrari. Right. They on the yacht. They on top of the rooftop, and it's like, man, they ain't telling you how they doing it. Right. That ain't his Ferrari.
Right.
He snuck through the emergency stairs to get to the top of the roof.
Probably rented that yacht. Like,
exactly. It's like, man, don't believe everything you see online. Just if you're believing everything you see online, bro, reevaluate it. You have to really think about it. If everyone is living that good, it can't be.
Then who's struggling?
Who's struggling?
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't believe everything you see on social media. Just
bro.
Mind your business. Kind of stay off of it if it's affecting you like that. And get on your grind. Get on your hustle.
Yeah.
Because nobody in this world is going to give you anything.
I go on social media to promote my haircuts and stuff like that.
That's the only thing I'm on social
media.
And
if me and my girl out somewhere, maybe me and my girl have video, we're having fun. But I don't post it on my post. I post it on my stories.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the only reason why I got social media is for this podcast and for my photography business. Right. That's it. Everything else, I'm just like, whatever.
And I used to post a lot, like, personal stuff, but I took all that stuff down and it's just straight barbering stuff.
Yeah.
They don't know, everybody need to be in your business.
For sure, man. For sure. Man. For sure. Do you believe strangers will be more truthful to you than the people that you know?
Yeah. Yeah. In some instances. But when it comes to my lady boy, she's as true as it gets. She gives it to me straight, no filter. Yeah. She don't care if it's gonna hurt my feelings because she knows it's gonna better me.
Yeah. Oh, I know why I wrote that question. All right. So, like I said before, you got a lot of friends that'll probably fake the funk with you. You know, yeah, you good or whatever. But I believe strangers, they'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that good as what you think you are.
Right.
Like, that's just like take your barbering skills. Like if you wasn't that good, you probably wouldn't have as many people that you have.
Right.
I probably wouldn't even be there either. I'm looking for I'm like, man, I need to be on point.
Right.
But probably your homies won't tell you. Well, I ain't gonna say your home, I'm just saying speaking in general. Probably some of the homies won't tell you that. But you will see it when it comes to the money. Like, damn, they talking about like I got skill, but the money ain't coming in. Like,
right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a fact.
So sometimes you kind of block your homies out and put your skill out there and see if you're really that good.
That's a fact.
And you'll see if the money coming in, all right, well, they were telling the truth, that's good. And if the money ain't, then there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then, okay, so I got some more questions for the barbering thing, man.
Okay.
So you're doing your thing now. I remember last time we spoke in the barbershop, you saying that one of the things you was trying to do is get like a suite.
Yeah, I was looking into that, but they skyrocketed too with this prices. Yeah. They're at like $14 a month.
Damn.
And it's just one, like it's a suite. There's just one person. That's it.
Dang.
So that's kind of up there.
Okay. And what type of? So I already know what as far as like my cut. You guys seen it at the beginning of the video.
Right.
So besides this type of cut, what all like cuts you do? Like it's like fades, blowouts, the scissor game.
I do everything. I do everything. You can't limit yourself in this barber game. You better be skilled at everything because everything is gonna come at you.
Cool. So y'all heard, man. So just because my hair is like this texture and I get the sharp tape or whatever, if your hair is like long or whatever, you need the scissor game, he does it.
I do everything.
He does it.
I do perms. I do everything. Man.
Hey, y'all gotta check out his IG. I'll leave some pictures too of the work that he did from his page or whatever. I'm gonna drop everything. So man, y'all make sure y'all reach out to him if y'all want that cut for sure. And then I'm gonna close out with this, bro. Like I say, ever since we've been going, I met you at the flea market or whatever, bro. You got skill, like for real, like.
Thank
and
you.
I ain't even I've even like going to Bible study and all of that stuff. I've had people call, "Oh, who cut your hair?" "Oh, my barber Oscar, but he's cutting in Eureka." "Oh, I stay way in South Miami. I don't have a car to get over there." I've had people like ask, but it's just the geographical locations. It was
no
a problem,
man. I'm mobile too.
He's mobile.
I'm mobile.
So if you don't got the whip or your whip is in the shop and you really need to cut, hey, hit him up.
Hit me up.
You hit him up.
And all it's about though is either gonna be before work or after.
Okay. So yeah, man, you got skill. I feel I don't care what the sweet prices is. I feel your skill is so hard, bro, that price ain't gonna be an issue, dog.
Nah, I feel
it ain't gonna even be an issue. Dog. I feel one day, bro, you're gonna get the sweet, or if you out of state, you want to get something out of state or whatever, you're gonna bump heads with the right people, dog, and your clientele gonna skyrocket, bro. And I hope that this podcast kind of, boosts it up as well. But I really, though, for real, you got skill, bro. And man, I wish you nothing but the best, bro.
Thank you,
and
man.
as long as you around here and we close or whatever, you already know. And especially now I know that you go mobile, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, you gotta come through, man. And whatever the price is, I'm shooting it. It is what it is.
You already
bro.
know, man.
It's been a pleasure, man. This has probably been one of the funnest podcasts I've done. And
I like this,
we
man.
did the real spill. And,
I like this.
Yeah, this was dope, man. And
yeah, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
I just want to shout out my grandbabies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? EJ, Zion, rest in peace, Jeffrey, Ohana, and the new one, Josiah.
There it is.
And shout out to my girl Natalie. Shout out to my kids Destiny, Julio, Oscar, Nani, and of course Rudy.
There it is.
So yeah, man.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I liked it.
Yes, sir. There it is.
It was smooth, bro. Cause we friends, so
Yeah.